When the lights go out and do not return within seconds, the danger is not darkness. The danger is delay. In a modern city, electricity is not a convenience layered on top of daily life. It is the baseline operating condition for water pressure, fuel distribution, telecommunications routing, refrigeration, traffic control, hospital logistics, and financial verification. The moment grid frequency destabilizes and transmission lines trip offline, protective systems activate exactly as designed. Breakers isolate faults. Substations disconnect to prevent transformer damage. Generation units separate to avoid catastrophic imbalance. What follows is not chaos born from panic. It is a structured cascade driven by engineering dependency. Most people misunderstand this window because they interpret blackouts through personal memory, short storms, temporary inconvenience, localized repair. A large-scale grid collapse behaves differently. It behaves like applied physics unfolding in real time. The first layer of danger is informational blindness. When power drops across a region, cellular towers switch to battery backup or limited generator support. These systems are engineered for finite duration under expected traffic loads. During a widespread outage, traffic does not remain normal, it spikes instantly. Millions attempt to call, stream, refresh alerts, and verify rumors at the same time. Networks that functioned minutes earlier begin throttling under load. The hidden science lies in load tolerance curves. Infrastructure operates efficiently within design thresholds, but once demand exceeds capacity, degradation accelerates non-linearly. Call completion rates collapse within hours, not days. Data backhaul becomes congested. Switching centers struggle to maintain routing integrity. Communication failure is widely interpreted as the peak of crisis. In reality, it is the removal of visibility. Without reliable information flow, decision-making quality declines. The survival implication is immediate and practical. Preserve device battery, reduce background consumption, shift from passive scrolling to selective verification, and recognize that information becomes a rationed resource. As communication narrows, mechanical dependence becomes visible. Urban water systems rely on electrically powered pumps to maintain pressure across elevation gradients. Gravity assists distribution only while reservoirs remain filled. Without sustained pumping, hydraulic head begins to decline gradually. The misunderstanding is that water stops instantly when power fails. That false assumption delays action. Faucets may continue running for hours, creating an illusion of stability. Meanwhile, storage tanks deplete and booster stations remain offline. As pressure drops below protective thresholds, contamination risk increases due to potential backflow at compromised joints. Municipal advisories may not reach everyone because communication channels are already strained. Evidence from previous infrastructure failures shows measurable pressure decline within a single pump cycle of downtime. The survival implication is timing. Collect potable water early, reduce non-essential use immediately. Waiting for visible dryness eliminates margin. Fuel systems enter their own countdown simultaneously. Gas stations cannot pump fuel without electricity because submersible pumps inside underground tanks require power. Even facilities equipped with generators face layered constraints. Generators require fuel. Payment systems require network connectivity. Personnel must operate safely under uncertain conditions. The belief that cash universally solves the issue overlooks safety protocols and electronic tank monitoring systems that may remain offline. During past regional blackouts, only a small fraction of stations continued limited operation, and lines formed within hours. Congestion amplified vulnerability. Roads designed for flow became static storage lanes. The hidden engineering principle is dependency stacking. Fuel availability depends on power, digital authentication, and logistics chains. The survival implication is early mobility assessment. If relocation is necessary, it must occur before congestion transforms optional movement into immobility. Traffic control exposes another overlooked weakness. Signals at intersections are grid-dependent, and while some possess battery backups, many do not. When signals fail, intersections revert to informal negotiation. In low-density areas, this may function tolerably. In dense corridors, ambiguity increases error rates. Behavioral science demonstrates that uncertainty elevates reaction time variability and reduces coordinated expectation. Data from major outages confirms measurable spikes in intersection collisions within the first several hours. Emergency services, already strained, divert resources to secondary incidents. The misunderstanding is that drivers naturally adapt in orderly fashion. Adaptation requires shared assumptions. Under stress, assumptions diverge. The survival implication is exposure reduction. Limit unnecessary travel. Every mile driven during signal failure multiplies unpredictable variables. Inside homes, refrigeration begins a quieter countdown. A closed refrigerator can maintain safe temperatures for several hours, a freezer longer if unopened. The mistake many households make is frequent checking. Each opening exchanges cold air for warmer ambient air, accelerating thermal gain according to basic heat transfer principles. Once internal temperatures cross defined safety thresholds, bacterial growth accelerates exponentially rather than linearly. Food safety research confirms that perishable items can enter danger zones faster than expected under repeated exposure. The hidden science is thermodynamics, not drama. The survival implication is disciplined restraint. Minimize door openings, prioritize high-risk perishables, preserve frozen mass as long as possible. Security systems create misplaced confidence. Alarm panels, surveillance cameras, and electronically controlled entry points often rely on short-term battery backups sized for routine interruptions. Once depleted, monitoring ceases silently. Deterrence decreases not because organized threats appear, but because oversight fades. Reports from extended outages show increases in opportunistic incidents after dark, driven by perceived absence of monitoring rather than coordinated intent. The hidden engineering truth is capacity limitation. Redundancy extends operation, it does not eliminate dependency. The survival implication is practical. Reinforce mechanical locks, reduce outward light signature, maintain situational awareness without escalation. Hospitals and critical facilities operate on generator backup, yet even these systems depend on fuel logistics and maintenance cycles. Generators must be refueled under coordinated supply chains. If transport networks are impaired, resupply windows narrow. Disaster response documentation shows facilities rapidly triaging services during extended outages, prioritizing life-sustaining care while postponing non-essential procedures. For individuals reliant on electrically powered medical devices at home, early coordination before communication fully degrades becomes decisive. The misunderstanding is that resilience equals invulnerability. Engineering redundancy buys time, it does not grant permanence. Financial systems add another layer of instability. Electronic payments, ATM withdrawals, and transaction verification rely on network uptime. Without connectivity, authorization fails even if local power partially returns. Businesses facing uncertainty often close temporarily rather than risk unverified transactions. Evidence from prolonged outages shows retail closures spreading faster than actual supply depletion. The survival implication is modest early acquisition of essentials and avoidance of last-minute transactional dependency. Throughout the first 12 hours, consumption must drop immediately. Water use, battery drain, fuel burn, and food spoilage operate on independent countdowns that converge if unmanaged. The hidden engineering principle is demand shaping. Infrastructure systems are designed around predictable load curves. When demand spikes or remains unadjusted during failure, degradation accelerates non-linearly.
At the household level, shaping demand downward extends operational duration. Early conservation preserves options. Options equal resilience. Blackout collapse is rarely a single dramatic moment. It is a sequence of revealed interdependencies. Communication narrows, pressure declines, mobility constricts, visibility distorts. Each system depends on another. Those who recognize the pattern early convert fear into structured response. Verify information deliberately, conserve resources immediately, limit exposure, reinforce physical security, regulate psychology. If restoration occurs quickly, these actions cost little. If failure extends, they become decisive. The grid does not hide weakness, it reveals dependency. Acting before certainty arrives is not panic, it is leverage.